25th consecutive championship Sunday, CJ, against a team in BDS who will feel like they've been robbed the last two times they played against KC in the top four. One time reverse sweep, another time game 7 conceding 2 seconds left to go to overtime. Can BDS finally get the win?
Yeah, Vatira is pretty good though, isn't he? BDS, as you said, first regional. Well, Drally, that was his first event. He had to get a little bit of prep in before he plays a team like KCorp. Third time could be the charm here in the semi-final, but, well, a perfect split on the line, and as Cole said, the competitiveness of Vatira, I'd be pretty worried as BDS, and he got that guy Rise as well. He's just an out-and-out winner, and he's got to get the first goal on the board.
And you can see the respect immediately Monkey Moon gave. He knew he had to avoid the demo, knew exactly what was coming his way, just could not quite execute on it. 1-0 KC. And BDS needs to overcome this hurdle. It always feels like for the last 6 months, you know, whatever we've been for RLCS, they've permanently been second. They've been that team just behind the #1 team. It was Vitality, now it's KC. Trying to make that leap as now Vatira clears, nobody back, gonna go all the way, double tap, left it for a toe who got almost nothing on the shot.
Yeah, that's the KCorp special though. Such unselfish play, the way they set each other up. Kamaki would go the other end, no Rise with the save, almost. Gee, those two have had a bit of a story together. Former teammates, obviously, making it all the way to that World Championship Grand Final together last season, but, well, it's Rise with the upper hand early here in game #1, and he's looking for demos, and Drally gets the catch. He flips out of it, just to give himself a little bit of space here. Atto with the challenge coming in as well. Exotic trying to parry that one away. KCorp pushing up. They're looking a lot more prep than they did yesterday. Game 1 of the quarterfinal, and that's a huge mistake. Rise just caught flat-footed in net, and he just lost all his momentum. Exotic gets the goal.
Well, Rise provided the first goal. Now he's not getting anywhere near that one of the second. Gotta admit, even if it was a little bit flat-footed, what a shot from Exotic. Got all the power he needed to make sure that the job was done. Mind it, this is a rematch from the Grand Finals 2 weeks ago. KC won that opening match 2-3. Out of the wall, Dradley looking to try and provide the same result. Rise back to the wall. Drali over the top of Toe, nice and waiting. You already tell Monkey Man actually now sees his opportunity. Kind of got baited in. So Toe goes for the block. Both these teams respecting the defense so much. No one's fully committing just yet. It's going to be a huge chance, and Monkey Moon, what reactions?
Oh, Vatira almost caught him out there with the ground pinch, but as you've seen again, there's Exotic. A sloppy touch. It's not going to hurt them too much here, BDS, but some positional mistakes from both sides. Certainly feels like a bit of game 1 energy from both sides. There's another little handoff pass, but this time Jolly reads it. Exotic's up straight away. Rise won't be able to get this. Has to stay down. Where's Monkey Moon? Throws it on, but again, the shots have been a little bit weak from both sides thus far. Atto trying to catch that one across, but Drally has been looking pretty good so far. Vatira in the air with a reset. Tries to go low. Monkey Moon with the save. Both teams just trying to figure each other out at the moment.
Played a whole bunch, but these teams always evolving. Difficult to keep something that was maybe working last time, working the next time around. Drops down Vatira, he's got some time. Already on the pre-jump is the defender. Exotic just tries to be in the way. And still Vatira looks very dangerous. In goes a Toad, time for his turn. Gets past one, Exotic again called into action. Passes with flying colors.
Yeah, they're giving KCorp a little bit of space now in that midfield. It's getting a little bit dangerous for BDS, and that's a great pass across Vatira. You bet he's going to put that away. There was just no one covering it, and I don't think anyone expecting the pinch. Look at this, Atto just finding the perfect 50 with Drally, and Vatira slots it in behind.
Well, Magnifico know exactly how that feels. We're stuck for 30 seconds in the exact same position, and just like BDS, they couldn't do anything about it. KC, when they get that final third lockdown, when they steal your back 2 boosts, alarm bells need to be ringing because you're in huge trouble. Monkey Moon backsplips. Didn't want to commit too heavily to that play. But when do they send the house? They got a minute and a half to find a goal. Drali looking to try and provide something. BDS, been a while since their last big offensive opportunity. Exotic couldn't get the ball down before Rise intercepts.
Yeah, Rise does really well there. You question when they should send the house. I argue that BDS's style is to always send the house. The house has been sent the entire split, and it's worked out for the most part, barring a win against this team here, the Blue Wall. Vatira keeping it in, a minute left for BDS. Try and get something working. That's a nice touch, but Atto again just hands it off to Rise, who's looking for a touch. Exotic, very awkward. Just pops that up. Gives it a bit of space, keeps it out of trouble for the most part here as Jolly works it again downfield. More resets coming through. Here's a demo. This could be trouble now for KCorp. Infield to Kimakimu. No, he can't get the 50th. Guess who again? It's Atto.
Rise does control, sticks with it. Him versus Drali in a mid-air battle. Now Monkey Moon delays his play. Didn't want to get demoed on his way through. Just everyone around it. The constant threat of demos makes you play so awkwardly. You've practiced this game in one way in training mode. You can't do it the way that you're comfortable with, because if you do, you're going to get wiped off the face of the map.
This is a strange game as well. Love to see the average movement speed from everyone on the pitch. It just feels really slow for these two teams that are usually just going gung-ho at it. Here we go again, though. Are we going to get a late one? Drali's up. Atto, no boost. Still gets a touch. Monkey Moon trying to keep that alive. Rise wants this ball down. Wants 1-0 for KCorp. There's the fake. There's the ball on the ground. KCorp 2-1. Take the first.
DFH Stadium. Game number 2. BDS, what you got for us?
In the best of 7, you don't have too many chances. You don't get too comfortable with the 1-0 deficit so far for BDS, and this could be another trouble here. The flick on Rise follow-up somehow. Exotic keeps that one out. Almost the worst possible start for BDS again. Early goal from Rise last time. Nearly a similar result. Drali trying to keep this one out of the net, but here's another chance. That's a great infield. Vatira misses. Or does he just fake it for Rise? I mean, I can't even read the play, and I can see everything on the pitch at the moment. What a play from KCorp.
I think he pulled himself out, because that is dead on to Vatira. If he wants, he can play that off backboard, as I think I've seen him do a couple of times in the past. I think that was the call and the perfect matrix.
I think it's one of those plays where if he hits it, he's going for such a fine angle that he's going to be able to score it. But worst case scenario, he's got the Rise there as backup. Drali trying to get a double reset. Atto, oh, he's made himself a little bit awkward here, but again, the help defense has been superb so far from KCorp. BDS not really troubling them too much, and we haven't seen much sustained offense either from this BDS lineup.
KCorp are seemingly a step ahead. But that has kind of been the case for these two teams, where it's in spells. It's quite back and forth when it comes to the momentum. Right now, momentum thoroughly on the side of KC. And for once, Rise did not quite get that perfect. Now he breaks the opposite side. Drali follows up, takes a shot, hits the post, surely! And Monkey Moon ties the game up 1 each.
Yeah, that's really nice from BDS, and it was the counter-attack. Exotic getting 2 on it. Drali with a close follow-up, something that BDS haven't really gone for so far. Usually that second man sitting deeper, not opting to be as aggressive as that. But that's the X factor that Drali can have. The rookie, his first split, and the first goal, the equaliser for BDS in game 2.
Back over to the far side. Rise controls with a toe, trying to put some pressure onto the third man. Now Drali, a little bit more power there, and Vatira would have been scrambling. Toe. Oh, wait a second, Rise just shifted in front of the goalkeeper, and luckily for BDS, that was off the woodwork.
Look at this from Rise. He's looking for bumps as well. Vatira has to get back. He doesn't have any boost. Just throws himself at it to get the 50 coming through. More trouble here because the counter-attack's on for KCorp. Exotic has to make the touch. Atto's in. Rise is landing as well. Oh my goodness, he's almost set up the air dribble through a team bump. But Rise is going to keep this one. Sealant delays the flip, goes low, looks for a fake, looks for a bump. Exotic helps out. And that's the KCorp way, always looking to beat someone in net. I just feel like they can do it better than any other team. They don't look for the early shot. They're just trying to break down the defense first.
They do seem like the team that can get the biggest wins with the least committed.
Yep.
And for an esport that is played at this kind of speed, that is massive. That's Exotic. Almost found the pass. Monkey Moon was trying to thread the needle. Now off the backboard for Vatira. He's actually going to be a little bit late to this one. Thankfully for him, BDS did not have anybody on the far side. Oh, the block from Drali actually speeds up the play. Exotic plays long and wiped out for his troubles, but Ato also gets clattered into by his own teammates. BDS fighting back into this and finding more territory, CJ.
Yeah, and they're pressing up now. You see that just the structure sitting a lot higher. Even now, Exotic third man's happy to push up, but will he get punished for it? Ato with a reset. I like this from BDS. They're willing to take a little bit of a risk defensively, expose themselves to a counter-attack if it means they can be quicker up front. I like that switch up. Will it pay off for them? They need to continue it with the pressure on. Now it's 1-1. They don't have to worry about scoring a goal too heavily. They don't have to throw the kitchen sink at it, if you would. They still need to push up and pressure this KCorp outfit.
Good pass out. Monkey Moon wins the race. Now can go give chase. Rise avoids the demo. Monkey Moon had nothing else on his mind. Here goes Drali. Holds midfield. Gonna be difficult to recover. Still tries to get the 50. Actually, he's beat a toe to the ball. And now we've got the 1v1. Rise, the only one in net. And he does so well.
Yeah, really nice pre-jump. Covered absolutely every option there from Monkey Moon. Kept that one away, just over a minute left. Vatira trying to work that forward. Monkey Moon's there. Atso now pops it up. Is he going to look for a pop or a bump? Perhaps. Monkey Moon gets a touch. Drali's going to just absolutely dust. Can Vatira get back in time? He's going to reach for it. He does, but Exotic's there. BDS, can they get an attack? No. The touch from Exotic just wasn't enough to get a follow-up. Rise now trying to help out. Vatira's in the air. Danger for this BDS lineup because the pressure's coming through. I think this BDS probably want this overtime now. They've been really only getting some counter-attack opportunities. The pressure, for the most part, have been on the side of KCorp. They've had the offense, and they might have just caught them out here. Vatira just finds the gap. Exotic pushing too far to that sideball, Shogun.
And that is such a sucker punch to BDS, because that has been the best they've played throughout this series. We're finding decent opportunities. We're catching some small breaks when it came to offensive chances. And the moment, CJ, they start feeling comfortable holding midfield, the mistake is made, and they've conceded what could be the game-ending goal.
Yeah, it's a funny old semi-final so far again. That goal coming out of seemingly nowhere with a bit of a misplay from BDS, but it was almost the optical illusion from KCorp. That's what they do. It's the air triple bumps, the handoffs, and the fakes from that first man in front. Vatira capitalizing. Oh, hang on a minute! No way! Oh! If Monkey Moon just waited a little bit longer, he rushed the touch, rushed the shot. BDS, can they get one back? Oh no, ball down, KCorp 2-0. That was open.
Went KC's way. Timeout was called, so we're following the same script up to this point. Next 3 games went to BDS. They now need to repeat that. Maybe even go one step further. Lose this one, and then you have to give a receipt to KC for their reverse sweep. And reverse sweep them back into semi-finals.
It sounds tough, but I dare say there's a world champion on the side that would think that he's never out of a series. Monkey Moon, let's see what he can do here. They got the demo. Can he get the pass across? He's just got a fake in behind. I didn't think he had the angle, and I don't think KCorp respected the defense there, as Monkey Moon has somehow wedged this in behind Atto.
So prior to this series starting, we saw Vibes Moon up, ready, waiting to go. Now you've got angry Monkey Moon. And he's gonna need to be. Well, that one pinching off to Ato does recover in time. Oh, Ato actually tried to find the flick. Didn't quite happen for him. KC locking down this final third. We've already seen what they can do in these situations. BDS know it as well. Trying to keep this ball moving and not get stuck. And they've actually broken free yet again. Ato needs to avoid Monkey Moon, who almost got him.
Yeah, and this is step 1 for BDS, coming off that timeout. Just get the first goal on the board. Previous 2 games, it was KCorp. Just put that early pressure on them, and now we do see them get the advantage. Let's see what KCorp, how they respond. But for BDS, Shogun, I just love keeping this pressure on. Let's put the foot down for this team and see if they can get one more on the board. A little bit of a buffer on KCorp, or have they just given up another one? There's Exotic again. He's played. I tell you what, it's been scary when he's been third man, but sometimes the risk pays off for the reward.
Yeah, you just keep going back to that game too, don't you?
Oh,
now that's another one they've given up. One each. I'm just looking towards that backboard to see what happens. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
would love to give more credit to KC in these matches, but BDS need to just stop tripping up over themselves. What is happening?
Boy, oh boy.
They are their own worst enemy.
How quickly they can fall 1-0 up. And in the space of 3.5 seconds, they're now down a goal there. It was a mistake from Exotic, and now a kickoff coming through. Rise just walks through. Monkey Moon couldn't get a touch on it. Hang on a minute. Is there the instant response? Drally keeping it up. Rise misses the second touch. Infield pass Exotic, but there's Atto with space as well. He's going to be able to work it around. He's got to take it himself. He's trying to get the bump on Monkey Moon. He's found it. Fatira is going to sit there third man. They're pretty comfortable, and again, they had the advantage, BDS, but they just gave it up so easily, and now KCorp they can feel so much more comfortable.
Fake out there from Monkey Moon, but he's just not got the boost to keep this going. BDS started well, and the last thing they can do is let those 2 goals completely ruin their momentum. Oh my goodness! Well, that was a rocket, and somehow it was caught.
I guess you just have to expect that in Europe, that a touch like that's got to be able to come through. Cannot believe they were ready, but that just goes to show when KCorp do have a 2-1 lead, and they just naturally sit a little bit deeper, and they're ready for every single possibility. Drally doesn't get the touch. Monkey Moon gets the beat out. The rise is there. Exotic has to back up. KCorp playing a lot of defense right now against a team with a world-class offense. Matira goal line save into an air dribble, if you don't mind, over the top of Monkey Moon. Now they can get out here, KCorp. Rise getting that pinch across. It worked from the last time, but I think it's a nice beat out. Catch up top. Rises back. Ceiling pass to Exotic, who puts it bottom corner. That's more like the BDS we know.
That was unbelievable from Drally. The rookie getting it over to Exotic and plopped that exactly onto the hood of the car. Sat on Drally's POV that entire time. He had Exotic in his view and knew what he wanted to do with that ball. Now we see another slight fake kickoff. In goes for Tira. BDS have been so susceptible to kickoff shenanigans, but this time they've done well.
Yeah, well, anything that's not in their net is a success compared to what we saw last kickoff. So let's see if, oh, hang on a minute. This is trouble. Rise is just faking everyone, and Vatira's right there. Oh, Monkey Moon goal line saves again. Pass across our toe. BDS just have to really steady the ship at the moment. It was a phenomenal play from Drally to set up that goal, but their defense has still been a little bit questionable so far this game. There's Atto having to back up. KCorp lost their offense for now, but he's got 100 boost to work with. Takes it up again. Off the ceiling, over the top of one. Monkey Moon goes, double commit. Drally's awkward. Rise has crept up as well. Exotic, could he have gone for the bump? Instead he goes for the pass. It might still work out. Monkey Moon says, I love it, but he's missed another.
Oh, the disaster class. It keeps happening to them. They had checkmates, and they didn't get it over the line. They're still in a good spot, but now Atto, opposite side of the field, gets the reset. It's an awkward position as Drally finds the challenge. Again, BDS have to put that out of their mind. Exotic, reset, pass one, not pass for Tira.
Oh, BDS, they have to lock back in here. The worst thing you can do now is have it ruin your mental. There's another shot. It is wide from Exotic. Would have been pretty easily saved. However, that's a huge bounce. This might not work out now. KCorp working downfield. Drally's just thrown off the sidewall. Vatira's in with a demo. He's looking for more. There's a pass downfield, but KCorp still able to set up with boost. Pop up. Drally in the midfield. Just catches. Throws it to Monkey Moon. Does get a beat around as well. More demos coming through. Vatira getting so aggressive. He does not want this to go to overtime. He knows that BDS will be a little bit tilted from that missed open net. They still have the attack pushing forward. Vatira popping that one around, trying to get the catch. Sideball, pop, more demos, Rise. It's been a significant shift here in the aggression from KCorp, and it's working so far.
Back into the midfield, Drally looking to try and set up a teammate, but there's no teammates around. Monkey Moon going to be tasked with turning. That's straight into the path of Rise. Can he provide a 0-second goal for his team? Doesn't seem like it's going to be the case for now, but a bounce like that one doesn't help, and Exotic will desperately find overtime.
Kick-off, here we go. What's the strat from BDS? Do they just go the conventional style? Rise goes to straight on kick-off. It's a double fake. Has it worked out? Atto has to go. BDS get the upper hand off that one, however. Atto with the touch, but still possession for BDS. There's a sideball into the bump. Drally following up. 0 boost. It's Hero with a huge beat as Exotic just invites a little bit of pressure. But he has lost the ball. Monkey Moon clear downfield. It's over Atto, well over him as well. Using a bit of boost to cover. Exotic Getting that one around. Monkey Moon keeping it in as well. More 50s coming through. Can BDS work something out? Is there a free infield? Well, no one there at the moment.
Ball down. Rise. Trying to move in. Shadows for now. Beat to the ball by Monkey Moon, but he gets some contact on it. He goes exotic. That's a huge challenge. Drali up against Vatira, and Vatira realized that with the ball not bouncing and here with no boost, he is not winning that one. Offside. Rise leaves it. Exotic bumped. Now BDS has got a good chance here, but that's far too much work for Drali to do. Instead, they just keep the pressure.
What a bump from Rise, just to give space to Vatira. Now he can work it downfield. Exotic with the challenge. Both sides certainly looking a lot better now. Here's Atto Acid. Just back up. Drali's pushing for. He's looking for a bump. Atto doing so well. He's beaten two. Exotic still manages to get a touch. He floats up in the air, but here's Vatira, and he's just floating with a reset. He fakes everyone, and it's just wide open. KCorp 3-zip. BDS, what could have been?
Really is the story of the season for BDS. What they could be if these mistakes could just stop happening. If it's the getting in front of each other during rotation, you know, conceding off that. It's the kickoffs and losing your 1-goal lead in 3 seconds. It's just confounding at the moment. And BDS, every time that they get one nice thing, they have 2 bad things happen to them.
Let's see now if the pressure somewhat is off in a weird way at 3-0 down. The expectations of them coming back is dropping dramatically. Can they get something to work, or have they just thrown this one? Here's Atto. Tries to get the touch. KCorp certainly, well, it seems like they want to rest before the grand finals at this point with Vatira. The demos, the change up in aggression from last game was evident, but he's missed the ball there and been demoed for it. Fake from Exotic. Early pressure. BDS. Can Monkey Moon find the angle? He tried, but Atto again. So good. Down to Rise. Can he get a double? He's going to fake it out. Where's the follow? Exotic keeps it away.
Now Drali, he's still got control, but he's also got Vatira to contend with. Oh, actually bumps out to Monkey Moon, who hit the crossbar. In goes Exotic. BDS looking to just try and keep this momentum up and running. That's going to drop out now. Drali with goalkeepers under so much pressure. Oh, Vatira was almost bumped, but he still had support.
And they're just throwing themselves at the line. And again, the crossbar is Monkey Moon's best friend today, but not a friend that he wants at all at the moment. Atto with a fake, no boost. Drali with a touch. Rise again. It's so awkward for KCorp. Surely BDS can score. Reset again, blocked out by Vatira. What can Monkey Moon do? Can he just find the back of the net somehow? Reset. Rise again. Keeping it up. Ground pitch. Just passes it straight to Drali. He can't score. Exotic. He can't score. Can someone get this ball in the back of KCorp's net?
KC are just showcasing at this point their defense. Nothing's getting past them. And when it does, well, apparently they've got the 4th man. They've got the woodwork there to help out. But Vatira, he was spotted by Drali. Not going to allow him to take the shot. There's a lot of blue cars forward here, actually. Are they going to be able to get it off the respawn? No, Rise respawns far side, so he can't get to it. 1-0 BDS.
And the goal is this. After all that from KCorp, the defensive stand, the blue wall had never been higher. Had never been bigger, and then they just let it open. They say walk right through here, open the door. Atto can't get it. 1-0 to BDS. And can they hold on? Well, step one, Shogun, is don't concede off this kickoff in the next 10 seconds. Will it happen? It's not looking like it, but Rise, hang on a minute. He's going for the low 50. They've done it again.
That is unbelievable from Rise. Look at the composure. He's got everyone to slow down. Everyone is sat there waiting to use their momentum for a save. The moment Rise controls that, they are playing his game, and it is up to his standards, and those standards are so very high. Crushes the challenge. Now fake kickoff, and good job from Monkey Moon to spot it, not give them the ball with too much momentum.
Yeah, and that's my fault. I think I've called the non-kickoff goal a little bit early there. You've always got to let the play simmer out a touch. Rise again. More pressure. Everyone from BDS's front post. This is a positional nightmare if they need to really spread out. There's the clear. What can Vatira do? He's going to look for a pass, perhaps a pop-up, and this is the KCorp special. Look at it. It's the fake into the bump. Exotic dodges it this time. But it's almost so readable. You know they're going to do it, but when it happens, it's so hard to stop.
Drali can't get past Vatira. You can already see it. Exotic just retreats to the backboard. Doesn't want to be available for a demo. It is kind of jumping at things that aren't happening, though, on occasion. Need to just stay up with the pace of the play. KC are starting to control this, though, more and more. And this is where BDS have had their biggest struggles, getting out of positions like this one. Well, like that certainly helps, but how do you follow it? Toe didn't control all too well, but they're still going, passing back and forth. In goes Rise, trying to take out Drali. Next one up, Vatira was coming on in, and a Toe popped it away from him. So now it's BDS's turn. Gonna be left for the next one up, who has been demoed, and that leaves the goal open.
Rise just is 14 steps ahead. The chess grandmaster gets rid of the last man, the final cog in the offensive wheel for BDS. And they have been punished down the other end. He walks it in, he had no boost, it didn't matter. 2-1, Rise too smart.
He did the biggest sin that you can do against KC. He stopped moving. He was waiting for the pass. And because of that, Rise found him, and Rise has been a monster in this series. Oh, Drali! Okay, Rise gives it a nice one. Toe gives it a nice one. I'll say that was a phenomenal one.
They do that 10 seconds before, and then they do this. Drali pre-flip, top bins, beating out the last man as well. I mean, they just have so much potential, so much offensive firepower, BDS. But right now, Shogun, they're just lacking a few of the fundamentals like kickoffs and some defensive plays. Third man issues. Again, it's looking awkward straight off the bat.
And you've got a team that controls the field as well as KC do. Giving them the ball and the possession straight off the bat on kickoffs is so difficult to get out of. So yes, that will need addressing. Might be a little bit too late though to address it for now. They've just got to run with what they've got for this series. What they've got is an awful lot of trouble off the backboard. That's going to be so difficult for a Toe to make something of. So Monkey Moon passes. Drali, who's been the danger man. This time, not going to put Rise under too much pressure. Who's going to be the first one to this? Monkey Moon gives chase. And that's a 50-50 if there ever was one. A Toe recovers first. Zero boost. Still means he's going to go looking for goalkeepers. And KC have committed a lot here, but they've still got the ball.
I mean, you just see it again. Like, KCorp more than any other team, when they're on the ball, whatever player, whoever it is, you can see their conscious decision-making. Do I go for a bump? Do I get a touch? Do I fake it out? And it just works time and time again. But can BDS do something? There's the reset. It's almost too big. Ball down, OT. 2-2. Everything on the line for BDS. They lose, they go home. We'll see them in Copenhagen. And it might not be in that number 2 spot.
And you are up against Rise and Vatira, who thrive in these overtimes. It is an uphill battle if there ever was one. BDS taking the first step. But again, off the kickoff, they are stuck in their own side of the field. And you see that last for 20 seconds. A Toe looking for the power clear. No, instead just controls it. And why not? Can he do stuff like that? Rise's first touch somewhat lets him down. But it also slows up the play from the defenders. So KC will set up again. Vatira does get hit, so now he recovers, looking for Monkey Moon's car.
Yeah, it's just get a touch, follow up, look for a bump, grab a boost. It's just the game plan from KCorp. So much value in every single rotation. They're not just hitting the ball, keeping it in. They're trying to clear out the defense, trying to steal some boost, just do anything they can to disrupt that defense. It's BDS pushing forward. They haven't had much offense this game, albeit the score is still tied up into overtime. Drali keeps it up. Got a bit of space. Can he get one more? Here's the bump coming through this time. Monkey Moon. He's underneath. He has to wait down. Gets the pop. Got the bump. Is it going to be open? Atto drops down and gets it around and gets the pop. Hang on a minute. Rise with the skim. Is this going to be the dagger? No exotics there in time.
An exotic just had to make the read off. My teammate's going to get demoed. I now have to cut across. 1 minute 20 down. Rise clears out to the path of exotic. First touch off the backboard. 2 players have gone for KC. Drali's going to dive on in. Vatira only as far as Monkey Moon. That's going to drop down, and a cut rotation is available here. But instead, Drali has to move in. Did not want that 2v1 to really set up.
Yeah, Vatira last, but look at the catch. Look at the control. He's going to get it again here. Look for a bump. Atto just going to grab that 100 boost. Rise leaves it. Atto is there. Australia's trying to get in, and Atto says, I'll just go underneath you. So much space now for him. Monkey Moon's backed off. He's in trouble. Rise almost. If he stayed there, would have had the shot. More pressure through from KCorp, but a huge clear. BDS breathe a sigh of relief.
Drali trying to read Vatira. Instead, it's a Toe that takes over. KC have got so many options at clearing the ball. Ato looks to just get in the way, and he's done exactly that. So Rise on target, and Exotic does clear, but there's not too much power on this. The ball is open for both teams. Now Monkey Moon tries to catch the rotation out. That's not going to work. Good bump. No mistakes allowed here for BDS. Have to win 4 in a row. More importantly, they've got to get this first goal. Rise controls. And every single time Rise does this, he's just asking BDS double commit, and they have. Vatira gets the set, too heavy for a toe, but both players from BDS respected it, so their recovery and, more importantly, their counter-attack will be delayed.
Yeah, it's a nice fake though from Drally, and it's just Vatira for the reinforcements to KCorp. A little bit of a double commit. Monkey Moon's got a nice touch sidewall and a bump, but here it is, Ato again. KCorp, their pacing is just so jarring for teams. The way they change it up, what a pre-flip, almost Vatira ending that one. Calling game, calling series. KCorp keeping this ball in. Drally with no boost, not the best touch, but he's done really well to find Exotic. Vatira again playing that third man role. He was exceptional in it in the second regional. Drally up, trying to look for something. Monkey Moon's going to wait on this 50 to see what happens. He's going to fake it out. Is anyone there? No one from BDS. Exotic sitting so far back, but it has meant they've got a chance down the other end. Drally up now. Can he get a bump? More touches. So awkward. Drop down. Monkey Moon's in. Ato with the clear.
Get the feeling that if BDS are going to score off this, it's going to take a heck of a commitment and a lot of belief. Also, for KC, we've seen how they've been scoring, and some of that has not actually required too much from their own parts. Monkey Moon on the chase. Ato sidewall double, and with the reset, of course, why not? Vatira, yeah, he's not going to make a mistake in a position like that one, which is what BDS would have loved to have seen. This is now a bit of time here for Exotic. Not too much time, though. As tends to be the case. Oh, and that is a really awkward respawn. Monkey Moon had to just play that in plan B. Otherwise, he would have just collided with his own teammates.
This is just such an unconventional game. The rotations, but I guess welcome to the new era of Rocket League. I mean, there's no back post rotations here. It's just stay around and what a save again. BDS, oh no, they've left the gate open. They've left it wide open for Vatira, who says, I'll have the grand finals. BDS go home. KCorp sweep.
And if you want a way to sum up the series, well, there you go. KC gets it off an open net. BDS sent the house. And unfortunately, they won't get it back. KC move on. They'll play against Vitality or Moist Esports in the grand finals.
KCorp again, they just waited for BDS to bite off too much. They were baiting them in the entire series. And in Monkey Moon's 1000th